All right, we are late enough. Welcome to Educating the Asses, Part 2. Just like I said last time, this is mostly a fashionably late there, De La Haze. Fashionably. So we're just looking into... hey, Dr. No. Pretty much what made Ruth Bader Ginsburg the champion that she's labeled as. Not to say that she isn't. I mean, as smarmy as that sounded. I just don't know enough, so I figured, I'll take a look. And I really don't know where to look on most of these. Let's see. I guess we'll go with as long as she's been in office or in the. Because it's I mean I can see there's a few court cases that I read where she was she there was a couple there where she was the deciding vote. You must be at work still, sorry. I think there was one where she was the deciding vote, but I think it was really most of the stuff where it is. Let's see. Supreme Court nomination from Bill Clinton. Just the piece in Supreme Court 93. Byron White was who she replaced. Justice often assigned important criminal because to White because his frequently conservative views on these questions. I wasn't sure if he was. I've never even heard of this guy. Let's see. He was appointed by some Kennedy supporters who wished he had joined the more liberal wing. So he seemed to be a bit of a moderate, I guess. I mean, I don't know shit about these people. Oh, I gotcha. So let's see. And with me now is Hey Camel.
Hello.
So let's see. How do we get to where?
Where what?
We're pretty much where we get to her decisions.
Oh, you're at the Supreme Court's website?
Yeah. Oh, I'm also on. I want to find the ones that Ginsburg was on, so that Hey, Becca. How in the know are you with Supreme Court crap?
Chances are she's probably more in the know than we are.
I could almost guarantee she's more in the know than we are.
Um. Oh well, I mean, we could go to 7 essential Ruth Bader Ginsburg Supreme Court rulings from Teen Vogue, because I just put in Ruth Bader Ginsburg decisions.
Hmm. Well, I suppose we can take a look at those. What we got from there?
What does the uh, um, magazine of Marxism and anal sex have to say about the Supreme Court? I wonder.
Well, and apparently not knowing how to write about people of color if you were a certain author.
The first one they bring up is United States v. Virginia. Didn't we talk about that yesterday?
We did briefly mention it.
Briefly, yes. The last remaining all-male public undergraduate college or university.
Yep, that's where it was 7-1, and then Clarence Thomas recused himself.
Bush v. Gore, 2000.
Bush v. Gore.
Oh, okay. So the next one is Obergefell v. Hodges, 2015. That's the one that gave us same-sex marriage. Shelby County versus Holder, 2013.
Well, I don't think she was there for Plessy versus Ferguson, so that's not going to work out for me.
Oh, Shelby County versus Holder. That was for pre-clearances on the 1965 Voting Rights Act.
I am jumbling. Oh, here we are.
See, these aren't. I mean, I guess you can say they are her decisions, but we're not talking about where cases where like she wrote the majority opinion or anything like that. This one's a dissent that she wrote, obviously.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Well, I was thinking like they would have like cases where like she was like writing for the majority in a in a landmark case or something like that. Either affirming some right or striking down some law. This is her writing in the losing side. I guess I just expected Teen Vogue to be picking winners.
Let's see. Hey, Mr. Scott.
See, this is something that you would want like Prospero or Skep or Sanguine or somebody to talk about. I imagine they'd go.
Yeah, they could probably go hours on us.
Well, I was going to say into greater detail without even needing a search function.
Yeah, I got you.
But yeah, like I would start off at the Supreme Court's website. I just pulled up Teen Vogue because I thought it's hilarious. That's the first thing that pops up.
I suppose we can, as we're looking, we can compare which ones are which.
Let's see. Because I think it's hilarious. I type in Ruth Bader Ginsburg decisions, and nowhere in the top search results is the Supreme Court's website. I mean, hell, Wikipedia is even at the bottom of the first page.
Hey, Irate. How's it going? And have a good day. Good seeing you. Let's see. I don't care about health. Supreme Court. That's something I don't care. Now, despite their ideological differences, Ginsburg considered Antonin Scalia her closest colleague in the court. Which is funny because he doesn't particularly show himself to be a caring individual. Let's see.
The Supreme Court was that was one that I never really paid that much attention to growing up. I'll be honest with you. Congress and the president always got more attention to me.
Well, here's one that kind of. Let's see. Montana versus United States. It was the Supreme in 1981. Was she even going then?
No, she didn't make it to the Supreme Court until. She may have had a hand in the case, but she was not on the bench as a justice in the Supreme Court until the 90s.
Yeah, Berger, Brannon, Stewart, White, Marshall, Blackmun, Powell, Rehnquist, and Stevens. She wrote an opinion. Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
She considered the rule set in Montana v. United States, which allowed tribes to regulate the activities of non-members. Okay. I could see where that could be, some sort of activism in that as well.
I'm pulling up press releases on the Supreme Court's website. I got 72 hits for Ruth Bader Ginsburg opinions.
Let's see. 1980 to 1993. Court of Appeals.
Oh, here's a story from
93
yesterday.
93 to 2020. Okay.
Here's a story from yesterday from USA Today, Johnny, that you might find interesting.
Okay.
Fact check. Ruth Bader Ginsburg had, quote, mixed record on tribal law, Native American sovereignty.
Okay.
We're already getting like the intersectional backlash to St. Ruth.
Oh.
I mean, didn't even take a full week, did it?
Well, it was a matter of time. I mean, that shit happens to everyone.
Or was it just over a week? Pardon me. Just over a week, wasn't it?
I think it was Friday, wasn't it? So.
I don't know, man. Internet time, dude.
Just under a week.
It feels so long ago already.
Olmstead versus LC. Is a United States Supreme Court case regarding discrimination against people with mental disabilities.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Beck, I think she came in Clinton's first term, because that was going around. He didn't have 50% of the. He didn't even have over 50% of the popular vote because of the split between Perot and Bush.
Now Clinton went to 2000, right?
Yeah. He had went into office in 93, and he left in 2001 when Bush took over.
Okay. So yeah, and she was brought in 93.
Ah, okay. She's using voice to text, so I know how hinky that is. I get you, Becca.
Yeah, I did that earlier today, and all my verbs were in the wrong tense. I was trying to be talking about last week, and it acted like I was talking about next week. So
Your phone's just trying to help you decolonize English, Johnny. That's all.
might as well be speaking pigeon.
You're gonna make me say it, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know the way?
It is the way. Let's see. The Supreme Court held that with the Americans with Disabilities Act, individuals with mental disabilities have the right to live in the community rather than the institutions. Okay. That's a thing, I guess. Let's see. What was the case opinions in the majority? Ginsburg, O'Connor, Souter, Breyer.
I was going to say,
Stevens.
Becca's like, weren't they trying to impeach Clinton in like '97? I don't see him getting a Supreme Court justice through then. Or was it '98? Was it '98? I forget, man. I was a kid.
Thomas, Rehnquist, and Scalia were against. Kennedy, Breyer, Stevens,
Breyer, yeah.
Breyer, oh,
Yeah.
and Souter, and yeah, I guess.
Hey, can you like share that screen like on the Meet so I can read this along with you? Because
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
I can make out the I can make out the bold print.
that's not even what I'm reading.
Oh, nice. I'm like, yeah. Where the fuck are you seeing this, man?
This is what I'm reading. So let's
Good old Wikipedia. December of '98. Okay. Which case is this now?
This is Olmsted versus LC.
And what was this in regards to?
People with developmental disabilities
Oh.
living on their not being mandated to a living facility.
Not being mandated to?
Yeah, they're not. If they are able to live independently,
Oh, okay.
they would be able to. Rather than, well, you got a disability, you're going bye-bye.
Mm.
So let's see.
I see this said something about the Americans with Disabilities Act. So what year was that? That was what?
1990.
When did they pass it? 1990. Okay. For some reason, I was wanting to think it was later because I remember they brought Bob Dole back for it for like an anniversary, I think. And I'm pretty sure was he in a wheelchair? He was in some state of decline at that point, and I didn't remember him. I didn't remember anything about him until '96. You know, him running for president. The only things I know about Bob Dole is he ran for president, lost to Clinton, and he did a Viagra commercial afterwards.
Yeah. I'm Bob Dole. I need boner pills because I'm Bob Dole.
Oh, and the Futurama episode where he was in the Museum of Heads.
Yeah. But the great
That
taste of Charlton Chew.
is Bob Dole's lonely.
Let's see. Authored the court opinion on U.S. v. Virginia. We already talked about that. Ledbetter versus Goodyear, which
The little Ledbetter
that was the
employee.
pay, that was the pay
Yeah.
discrimination one. Which I
Right.
mean, that was a 5-4 decision. So let's go with that one.
So she had a big part in that then. So wait, this person took it to the Supreme Court, got the decision in her favor, and then they had to make a law with her name on it to say, hey, that's illegal. Really?
Let's see. Employment discrimination decision. Employers cannot be sued over race and pay discrimination. Alito held the 5-justice majority that each paycheck received did not constitute a discrete discriminatory act. Outside the limit, Ledbetter's claim of paycheck accrual rule was rejected. The decision did not prevent plaintiffs from suing under other laws like the Equal Pay Act, which has a 3-year deadline for most sex discrimination laws. Let's see. The plaintiff in this case, Lily Ledbetter, which makes me think of
Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Characterize her situation as one where disparate pay is received during the statutory limitations period, but as a result of intentionally discriminatory pay decisions that occurred outside the limitations period.
Okay, now you've got me thinking. When did Yellow Ledbetter come out?
Let's see.
Because I know that was what's his nuts is pretty out there on the left. I would not put it past him to name a song after a Supreme Court case.
August of 92.
Ah! So you're saying there's a chance?
It was recorded March 27th to April 26th, 91.
I'm going to start breaking out my tinfoil and telling everyone that Eddie Vedder is some kind of a CIA plant, a la Jim Morrison. That's my new conspiracy for the day.
Now, if you can get Terry to back you on that, then you're good to go.
Oh yeah, then it will never die.
Let's see. In 1979, Lily Ledbetter, the plaintiff, began working at the Goodyear in Gadsden, Alabama. She started with the same pay as male employees, but by retirement, she was earning $3,000 and some per month, compared to 15 men who were at $4,000 at the lowest paid and $5,000 at the highest. During her years as a factory as a salaried worker, raises were given and denied based partly on evaluations and recommendations regarding worker performance.
I'm not hearing where the discrimination came in yet.
From 79 to 81, Ledbetter received a series of negative evaluations, which she later claimed were discriminatory. Although her subsequent evaluations were good, in part of the result of the early negative evaluations. Her pay never reached that level of similar male employees. All merit increases had to be substantiated by a formal evaluation. In March of 98, Ledbetter inquired into the possible sexual discrimination of Goodyear. In July, she filed formal charges with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. In November 98, after early retirement, Ledbetter sued claiming pay discrimination under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 64 and the Equal Pay Act of 63. The Supreme Court did not rule on whether this was discrimination, just a statute of limitations to sue.
So I'm still not hearing. She got some negative evaluations early on. She retired early, and she was mad that she wasn't getting paid as much as the other guys.
Yeah.
I mean, did those guys on the low end, like making $1,000 more or whatever than her in salary, did they get hired on after her, or did they start at the same time?
Yeah, there are a lot of X factors that they don't explain in here.
Oh, I mean that's the problem with Wikipedia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Does it link to any of like oral arguments or anything like that to like the Supreme Court's website?
Let's see.
Or is this all just going to link back to other stuff on Wikipedia?
That's just the background.
Oh yeah, that's just telling you. That's just another Wikipedia article telling you what that is.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh shit! Meritocracy is sexist. Let's see. The district court found in favor of Goodyear on the Equal Pay Act claim because the act allows pay differences that are based on merit. The court allowed in Title VII other claims proceeded to trial. Ledbetter claimed that she had been evaluated unfairly because of her sex and therefore had been paid significantly less than her male colleagues. Goodyear claimed that evaluations were non-discriminatory and focused only on worker competence. The jury found for Ledbetter and awarded back pay and damages. Goodyear appealed, arguing that all claims to damages before September 26, 1997 were void to the statute of limitations.
Okay, so that's what the Supreme Court was deciding on, not the actual discrimination, but whether or not the statute of limitations or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that what the Lilly Ledbetter Act was doing, like extending statute of limitations or something? Because I remember Obama, touting that.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's pretty complicated. If you take statute of limitations into everything. Let's see.
So that was also like before Ginsburg though as well too.
Oh no, she was on the court.
Wait, I thought she got in '93.
Yeah, this is from 2007. Ledbetter versus Goodyear? That's 2007, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was. I was getting confused the dates between the case and the
Well, the initial suit
Yeah.
was in '98.
Okay, gotcha. I thought that's when it made it to the,
Yeah.
you know,
She's filed in '98.
gotcha. You really should have found somebody else to talk about this shit with.
Well, the legal eagle over here is in the chat, and she is in a car, so I can't really bring her on yet. Let's see. Ginsburg's dissent. Justice Ginsburg wrote the dissent and read it from the bench, a rare practice. Joined by Justices Stevens, Soter, and Breyer, she argued against applying the 180-day limit to pay discrimination because discrimination often occurs in small increments over large periods of time. Furthermore, the pay information of fellow workers is typically confidential and unavailable for comparison. Ginsburg argued that pay discrimination is inherently different from adverse actions, such as termination. Adverse actions are obvious, but small pay discrepancy is often difficult to recognize until more than 180 days of the pay change. Ginsburg argued that the broad remedial purpose of the statute was incompatible with the court's cramped interpretation. Her dissent asserted that the employer knowingly carrying past pay discrimination forward during the 180-day changing period, and therefore could be held liable.
I mean, I agree with her, at that first part in her dissent. Just hearing that very broad, condensed version of it.
Mm-hmm.
The part about, pay discrepancy, it could be, being difficult to recognize and needing more than 180 days for it. I mean, yeah. To want to recoup those lost wages, I can see that definitely. That's pretty reasonable.
I wonder if I play this, if it's going to strike me.
What, the audio from the oral arguments?
Yeah.
Or her dissent? It shouldn't.
Her dissent.
She's a public official making a statement.
Justice Alito
A matter of public interest as well.
announced 4 members of this court, Justices Stevens, Souter, Breyer, and I, dissent from today's decision.
Is that playing? Because I'm not hearing anything.
In our view, the court does not comprehend.
Chad, are you able to hear that?
Is that audio coming through?
Not for me. I don't know about anybody else.
Dr. No can hear it.
Okay.
So I wonder if what am I presenting? I guess that would be the question. Ginsburg would be the one speaking.
Well, yeah, I saw you click on the dissent, but I'm not picking it up. So give me a second. I will unmute, I guess, the stream so I can listen along.
Okay.
In which women can be victims of pay discrimination. Today's decision counsels sue early on when it is uncertain whether discrimination accounts for the pay disparity you are beginning to experience. Indeed, initially you may not know that men are receiving more for substantially similar work. Of course, you are likely to lose such a less than fully baked case. If you sue only when the pay disparity becomes steady and large enough to enable you to mount a winnable case, you will be cut off at the court's threshold for suing too late. That situation cannot be what Congress intended when in Title VII it outlawed discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, sex, or national origin in our nation's workplaces. Lily Ledbetter, the plaintiff in this case, was engaged as an area manager at a Goodrich tire and rubber plant in Alabama in 1979. Her starting salary was in line with the salaries of men performing similar work, but over time, her pay slipped in comparison to the pay of male employees with equal or less seniority. By the end of 1997, Ledbetter was the only woman left working as an area manager, and the pay discrepancy between Ledbetter and her 15 male counterparts was stark. Ledbetter's pay was 15 to 40% less than every other area manager. Ledbetter complained to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in March 1998. She charged that in violation of Title VII, Goodyear paid her a discriminatorily low salary because of her sex. The charge was eventually brought to court and tried to a jury. The jury found it more likely than not that Goodyear paid Ledbetter an unequal salary because of her sex.
That doesn't account for salary pay there, Dr. No. Salary doesn't take for hours worked. It just it's about time. Yeah, you're pretty much paid for showing up.
The court today nullifies that verdict.
Yeah, and she was saying that her salary was commensurate to begin with. I'm still not hearing, why her being a woman played into this yet. Is that the only factor that they point to? She had an innie and everyone else had an outie.
That's what it's alluding to.
Ledbetter's claim is time barred. Title VII provides that a charge of discrimination shall be filed within 180 days after the alleged unlawful
I'm not seeing it yet, man.
Occurred.
Maybe they've got something else in the
that the paychecks
in the case file or something that points to something on Goodyear's part that showed their hand as to being sexist. But I'm not hearing it yet.
Were substantially lower than the paychecks.
And Becca does point to a very good point.
Further, she introduced substantial evidence showing that discrimination accounted for the pay differential. Indeed, that discrimination against women as supervisors was pervasive at Goodyear's plant. That evidence was
there anything more to that dissent you were wanting to listen to? Or?
It was incumbent.
I don't know how long it went, but I think it was pretty much.
Does it not say next to it?
No,
it just says menu.
It
Okay.
just says time and then goes.
Oh, so she could be there for like days.
Yeah. Let's see. Now that brought the Lilly Ledbetter Pay Act of 2009.
That's what I remember from Obama. Doctor, no, the woman's still gonna need to take off time to recover from the actual birth. Even with a nanny, I mean, that's still gonna require some downtime.
Yeah, I think when both my kids were born, my ex got 6 months. Or not 6 months. 12 weeks. 3 months. Let's see.
So what was the Lilly Ledbetter Act, Fair Pay Act of 2009? Why did we need that when we had the was it 63?
Yeah. Let's see.
So we had a law in the books in 63. The Supreme Court upheld it in 98. We paid Connors for some old rope in 2009, dude.
Let's see. Federal statutes in the The 180-day statute of limitations for filing equal pay lawsuit regarding discrimination resets with each new paycheck. The law directly addressed Ledbetter versus Goodyear. Blah 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 blah.
So this is also about the 180 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much the 180 days begins at the time of the payday. Begins at payday.
I got a question. You can't discriminate in pay when it comes to sex or race, yada yada yada, right? What if you're just an asshole?
Yeah.
I mean, or if you're just an asshole of a boss, right?
Yeah.
Can if race doesn't play a part in it, sex doesn't play a part in it, Say you got two white guys, you got Chad and Thad, and you just don't like the cut of Thad's jib, and you pay him less. Can he sue?
Maybe. And I would think because if they, and I think that's because of this, you can actually, it used to be illegal to ask, or not ask, but
To share pay information between coworkers, right?
Yeah. And now it's, I think it's legal now.
How often do you and your coworkers get together and compare pay stubs, Johnny?
Actually, more often than we should.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never told a single one of my coworkers what I make. Like, fuck you. That's none of your business.
Well,
you keep your mind on your money.
Well, what's really funny is most of the people in different positions than me make more than I do. But it's mainly because I'm kind of an assistant manager, but they haven't made it official yet.
Ah. All the responsibilities, none of the pay.
Exactly.
That's always fun.
Yeah, they turned my position from what's considered a DSS 2 into an assistant manager position.
See, Becca says, yes, he can sue if he can prove it. My question is, how do you prove that, though?
It is incredibly hard to Yeah, there are some that do that. And I think with the Lily Ledbetter, they kind of... You can discuss it, but it's like... Yeah. Let's see...
I lost the chat. Do you guys know when Trump said he was going to announce his nominee? Have they set a date yet?
Saturday.
Wasn't it supposed to be sometime this week?
I think I think it was by Saturday,
By Saturday?
from what I heard. From what I remember.
I just want to know when I need to have the popcorn ready. You know?
Let's see, in 97, Ginsburg wrote an opinion in Straight versus A1 contractors against tribal jurisdiction over tribally owned land in a reservation. The case involved a non-member who caused a car crash in the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation. Ginsburg reasoned that the state right-of-way which the crash occurred rendered the tribally owned land equivalent to non-Indian land. She then considered the rule set in Montana v. United States, which allows tribes to regulate the activities of non-members who have relationships with the tribe. Ginsburg noted that the driver's employer did not have a relationship with the tribe, but she reasoned that the tribe could not regulate their activities because the victim had no relationship to the tribe. Ginsburg concluded that those who drive carelessly on public highways running through a reservation endanger all in the vicinity and surely jeopardize the safety of tribal members. Having a non-member go before an unfamiliar court was not crucial to the political integrity, the economic security, or the health and welfare of the affiliated tribes. The decision by a unanimous court was generally criticized by scholars of Indian law such as David Getches and Frank Pommersheim.
Sent articles to DMs. Hopefully it's sent correctly. Are you talking to me or Johnny, Becca? Because I don't have anything.
I will check the tweeter.
You know, a lot of talk about RBG has died on Twitter. Oh, that's a poor choice of words, isn't it?
Oh, here it is.
Okay, she was talking to you.
Let's see. Trump very close to Supreme Court decision. Will announce dramatic pause. Saturday. He appears to have enough Senate Republicans to get a quick vote.
Like as soon as Romney said that he would vote, as soon as Graham came out and said they had the votes, I'd have been announcing then. Pedal the metal.
Let's see.
Get it done, over with, and out of the news cycle before the election.
While President Trump is expected to wait until Saturday to announce his Supreme Court nominee, he said Tuesday he is already very close to making a final decision. And everyone's pointing to what's her face?
Oh, Amy Coney Barrett.
Yeah.
You know, this is the most I've heard the name Coney since 2012.
Any relation?
I don't think so. Unless those kids she adopted were in the Lord's Resistance Army at some point. Oh, I wouldn't put that past. I mean, I don't know. That seems like. Becca points out, she says, her theory is that McCain will pull a Romney and switch his vote. That,
You mean Romney will pull a McCain? Because,
what, did I say it backwards?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Because if he's going to pull a McCain, he's going to die.
No. Romney will pull McCain and switch his vote.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that could be a thing.
Like,
he could pull.
Well,
McCain.
I don't know, man. If he, I mean, he did leave it open that he could vote no. He didn't say that he would vote for the nominee. He said that he would vote on the nominee. So, based on their qualifications, he's still got an out. He's left himself open to say, nah, I don't like this candidate. I'm voting against it. But if they've got, didn't Murkowski say something about being open to voting for his for Trump's nominee? I could have swore I saw that earlier today. I just don't remember where I saw it on Twitter, and I don't know how far I'd have to scroll. But I mean, if he goes ahead and flip flops, there's still a possibility of Murkowski coming through. And even if she doesn't that still leave him with 50? It'd be down to Pence, and I seriously doubt he's gonna say no. Of course, these are just the random pontifications of some random internet asshole. So take it with a huge grain of salt.
S.E. Cup. Attacking Amy Coney Barrett's Catholicism may backfire. No
Holy
shit.
shit, S.E. Cup said something reasonable? I'll be damned. Somebody check the weather in Michigan. Is hell freezing over already?
Quick. Check Monkey. See if he's okay. So I invited Monkey, and
He's probably asleep, dude.
I also invited Phil from All That Remains.
Have you given up on James Woods?
We're not getting James Woods for this.
You don't know that, man. He may love the Supreme Court. He could be, just an autodidact when it comes to decisions and opinions and precedents.
But we don't want him for the political stuff. We want him in our Jackbox streams.
I mean, I'll take either or and both. I want to talk about vampires and shit.
Yeah, we can that would be for the game streams. We can't. That's got to be fan time, not smarty pants time. Save the fangirling for later.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Johnny. That's all I'm saying.
Let's see. Ginsburg and pop culture. Yeah, I'm not finding anything.
Do you ever think that Biggie Smalls, in his wildest dreams, thought that his notorious moniker would be usurped by a frail Jewish lady?
Frail white Jewish lady. That's cultural appropriation, actually, if you want to get technical.
Oh, I mean, since we are tangentially speaking about, I'm talking about Ginsburg in general. Did you see all the people sharing the Babylon Bee article?
Yeah.
Unironically, like they actually think that happened. The NBA was wearing special lace collars in honor of RBG.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you bless your heart. That's the only thing you can say to that.
Yeah, some people just. Let's see.
What are you looking for, Johnny?
Finding something where she was the swing vote. Because honestly, all the stuff that's, I think with the exception of, the Lily Ledbetter, I don't see her being the one holdout. But like I said, there's a whole slew of shit. I don't know what I don't know what I'm looking for, I guess.
Let's see, go to opinions. Do we want opinions of the court, opinions relating to orders, in-chamber opinions?
Chamber opinions would be probably a good way to go.
Let's see.
That's going backwards. Grutter versus Bullinger. College and universities have legitimate interest in promoting diversity. Let's see. Barbara Gutter alleged that her equal protection rights were violated when the University of Michigan's law school attempted to gain a diverse student body. It resulted in the denial of her admissions application. The Supreme Court disagreed and held that institutions of higher education have a legitimate interest in promoting diversity. Ooh. Matt versus Ohio. Nope, that's not going to be a thing. 1961 or 1803. No. Roper v. Simmons. It is cruel and unusual punishment to execute persons for crimes they committed before the age of 18. So no death penalty for kids. Santa Fe Independent School versus Doe, 2000. Students may not use a school's loudspeaker system to offer student-led, student-initiated prayer. I mean, that goes with separation of church and state, which I find it funny. I find it absolutely hilarious how... Oh, another article.
They said they couldn't use the school's loudspeaker to lead a prayer?
To offer a student-led, student-initiated prayer.
Oh, they couldn't use the loudspeaker. Okay, a student-led, student-initiated. Well, like when I was in high school, they had they had a group. They would meet at the flagpole to pray before class. They would do announcements like saying hey, we're meeting at this time, gather around the flagpole. That's about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so they found ways around that.
Oh no, that was never mind. I'm ready to message from before. Let's see. Yeah, that's. I suppose we can take a look to see if they were. Let's see. Cornell University. Opinion is Kennedy. Concurrence is Stevens. Dissent is O'Connor. Dissent is Scalia.
Oh, if that's O'Connor on there. It's not going to have anything to do with Ginsburg. Is it? What year was that?
2005.
Oh, 2005? When did O'Connor retire? What was that? 2000... Was 2000s? Oh, 2006. Okay. Wow, she was on there until 2006? Damn, I did not realize that.
Let's see.
We are definitely the wrong people to be talking about this shit.
Oh yeah, this is way too, smart for me.
I'm not the kind of person who spends a lot of time going to the Supreme Court's website.
Let's see, this is
but
5-4.
Oh, at least Beck is entertained, so we're doing something kind of right.
This one's a 5-4 decision.
Which case was this?
Um, Rober v. Simmons. That was the under 18 death penalty case, or death penalty.
And this didn't make it to the Supreme Court until 2005.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh, wow. So if I had done some like really messed up poop back in like my teen years before 2005, I could have got the gas. Is that what you're saying?
Did you just say poop?
I did. I don't know if Becca's still driving. She said her kid was googling for her.
Well, I don't think our kid's that young.
I'm fairly certain I've also swore earlier too. I'm trying to mix it up a little, Johnny.
Gotcha. Although I suppose if your kid is younger than teenage age, it'd probably be good to not swear so much.
Probably. Yeah, okay, I remember that from the Schoolhouse Rock documentary, Becca. I remember that part, yeah. I know I have to go through the lower courts. I'm saying that the fact that it didn't make it to the Supreme Court until 2005, like, that's...
Yeah, 17. She can handle shit. At 17,
I'm at a disadvantage here, man. My chat is running slower than your chat.
a 17-year-old Texan. There you go.
I was unaware of the ages.
I was too, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it was the only thing I can find is 5-4 decision. In Thompson versus Oklahoma. Oh wait, that's a completely different thing.
I'm sorry, Oklahoma? What now? You've my ears perked up.
Let's see. In
What other fuckery is my state wrought on this country?
In 88, Thompson v. Oklahoma, a plurality determined that the national standards of decency did not permit the execution of any offender under the age of 16 at the time.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough.
At the time of the crime. Let me finish that statement. Oh, it wasn't even God, I don't even know what I'm reading. Maybe I just...
If you think that's bad, try reading actual legalese.
Well, I did when my sister was taking Latin in high school. I was lost in a matter of seconds. So let's go. I suppose we need a lawyer. We need to find a lawyer.
We need a lawyer, dog.
We do need a lawyer. And until then, I think we're just gonna have to call it good.
I don't know if I expressed that properly earlier because Becca's still talking about the cases being delayed in the lower courts and everything. I fully get that the wheels of justice grind slowly, and they shouldn't. What I'm saying is I'm surprised that it took that long for a case to be brought to the lower courts and have to go through all that rigmarole to get to the Supreme Court to have a decision made. I would have figured something like that would have been adjudicated, I don't know, back in the 70s or 80s or something like that. I don't see. Oh, I mean, I can't imagine a teenager getting, like I said, getting the gas in my lifetime, or even in the decade previous. That sounds like something that would have happened in the early part of the 20th century.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yes. lay terminology is much better than the legalese when you're trying to explain this stuff to an idiot like me. I'm wondering how long it's going to take for Louisville to completely burn today. Apparently, you got a protester shaking his ass in front of a cop car. Just run him over, dude. Come on, do it.
Just stick.
Sorry, I'm scrolling Twitter to see make sure nothing crazy's happening while we're going.
Oh, I am.
I don't think I articulated it properly in the first place, Becca. That's on me.
Here's
Yeah. Mr. Scott's seeing that clip too.
looks like
one of the road warriors died. That's a shame.
I don't know who this is, but he looks like he says what Vince is saying. He's pretty sure this dude shit his pants on national television.
What?
Let's see if I can. Let's go.
I flipped back from like Twitter over to the live chat, and all of a sudden I hear you talking about somebody shitting their pants. I don't know what I missed, but
well, let me see if I can find it for you. Oh, and of course, chat jumps.
oh, Nadler. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. he just made a duty.
That is the walk, if I've ever seen one, of a person that shit themselves. That's wow.
Oh, I suppose I should have transitioned.
Oh, to let the chat see the
chat
clip.
Either that guy's legs forgot how to walk, or yeah, he's got a turtle head poking out.
I've been saying for years that man is nothing but a testicle with shoes. Of course he walks like that. He has no kneecaps. Oh, Massachusetts man dies from eating bags of black licorice. That's some Wayne's World 2 shit right there.
Yeah.
Is that at black licorice or my Wayne's World 2 reference?
Black licorice. The only black licorice I like taking now is let's see, Zambuca.
So Zambuca tastes like fucking Jaeger? Is that what you're saying?
No, Zambuca tastes better than Jaeger.
That's a low bar.
Well, there's a lot that tastes better than Jaeger, but I mean, it's like tastes like black jelly beans actually.
All right, so I haven't had jelly beans in forever, so I don't remember what the black one's supposed to taste like.
Black one is kind of a licoricey type taste to it. There's also what's called an oil slick, which you take 3/4 of a shot of Zambuca. Pour a little bit of Jaeger on top of that, and it separates out. So the Jaeger's on top, and the Zambuca's on the bottom. You can also do what's called the Kuwaiti oil field, which you line the ring around the shot glass with Zambuca, and you do the oil slick, and then you just light it on fire.
Hey, Johnny, I got a question.
Yes.
We just went from talking about Supreme Court decisions to alcohol. Does that make us lawyers now?
It doesn't hurt.
You know, in Canada,
we are
to be a lawyer, all you got to do is take the bar exam.
You just have to take it?
Pass it, yeah.
Oh, pass it. Taking it is a different thing. That's like...
It's Canada. How many laws can they have, honestly? It's a fake country anyway. You just make it up as you go.
Of course.
Which is why, like, if you're ever in a jam in Canada, that's probably the first questions you actually ask your lawyer when you get one. Like, did you actually go to law school? Yes or no? Did you pass? Show me your transcripts, sir.
Let's see. But I think I have actually whiskey's my thing. I am definitely a whiskey guy. Jameson, moonshine. Yeah, it's a way to go.
I was never a big drinker, but mine was a Long Island iced tea if I was going out. I'm on a budget, and that's got like 7 different types of liquor in it.
That is true. I tried a Manhattan once, and it was disastrous.
I'm sure that bartender Della here is going to correct me on exactly what the contents of the Long Island iced tea are. I don't care, dude. Just I'm going to preempt you right now before I see it in chat. Apparently, I'm one of the few of the tribe that just doesn't care for the firewater all that much.
No, what's really funny is that there was in my heavier drinking days, we did have a rather native looking fella along with us, and he was the stereotypical native drinker. Once he got, past his point,
just went shark-eyed, didn't he?
He just became the biggest drama, and he picked fights with everyone. He just became a big bitch.
See, that went a different direction than I thought it was going to go, because you said like how did you describe him? Like something native looking?
A more native looking.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, oh, this sounds like an infiltrator.
No, he was the one that everyone believed.
You think he's an Indian until he starts drinking, then you realize he's actually fucking Irish, just well tanned.
Irishmen don't tan, you know that. They just burn and fade. No, he was. Even he didn't believe me that I was native.
Oh yeah.
Because of the fact that when he got drunk, he became a big asshole, and so everyone everyone used to thank me at the end of the night for not being a stereotype.
No, like I would get that from time to time. You know, somebody like, man, you're not like. That's why I keep my CIB in. I'm literally a card carrying Indian. Yes, I am.
No, I actually have to get my my change of address to my tribe because they're sending the mail to my mom, and I have to get that changed. And then I'm gonna ask them if they have ID cards, because I have a feeling it's gonna be getting to that pretty soon.
Yeah, my sister messaged me. She's like, "Hey, have you done the census? Because the tribe, you know, they're giving away like $1,000 or something like that for like doing it." So I go to the tribe's website to see what she's talking about. That's when I remembered that my sister has very poor reading comprehension skills.
Hmm.
It's people who work for the tribe. And if they fill out the census and they enter in like some whatever ID number from it or whatnot, they would be eligible for a chance to win like a couple grand from the tribe. But you got to be employed by them.
Yeah.
Like, well, thanks for nothing. I just messaged her back. It's like, read that again.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Brick. All right. Rules being what they are.
What the Hindu didn't do not do this time.
Rules being what they are. Prepare your eyes.
Are you showing this on stream or just like DMs?
I will be showing on stream.
Oh. I've been on the internet too long.
We did not need to see this.
He's his own best friend.
I wonder if anyone has any Mog references in there.
Barf. His name was Barf.
Yeah.
He was a Mog.
He was a Mog. I'm half man, half dog. He's his own best friend.
Mr. Scott, more iced teas, please. Hey, man, when you're on a budget, they do the job, and normally I'm not the kind of person who's going to go out to the bar or the club or whatnot. So when I do, I make it count.
I hear snoring.
Oh, that would be the bulldog. She's sleeping by my feet. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did see it earlier today. There's the tweet. Somebody retweeted it. Alaska Public Media, Senator Lisa Murkowski says she can't rule out voting for Trump's SCOTUS nominee. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. What I'm more interested in, you know, instead of looking back at old Supreme Court decisions and stuff like that, is just how crazy it's going to be with the politics. You know, they're openly threatening to, you know, pack the court and shit. That's more of an interesting topic to me than, you know, past opinions. The level of pettiness is through the roof, even by Washington standards. And I don't know how they think it's gonna go. I mean, how do they see that playing out in their favor? You know, if Biden wins, we're gonna start trying to pack the court. Well, what happens when the next Republican gets in and they have a Republican majority in the Senate again? It's like they never seem to learn their lesson from their past mistakes. They just keep plowing ahead, making it over and over again. And I think that's the part that bothers me the most about our elected representatives. There's no forward thought. It's all the here and now. And I've said I don't know how many different times, like I knew when I was a teenager that by the time my generation got to the point where they could hold elected office in Congress and shit, we were all gonna be fucked.
Yep.
And everyone points to this like the me generation. Well, what happens when this is what happens when you have that kind of mentality. You only stop to think about what you're going to do. You never stop to think about the consequences of those actions. And then you get that surprise Pikachu face when it blows up.
Yep. So yeah, I think we'll put a skip on that until we actually get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, I we're reading through a lot, and we're not finding what we're looking for, or at least I'm not finding what I'm looking for. So,
what exactly are you looking for? Just so we're all both on the same page here,
because I'm looking for the stuff because a lot of my friends on Facebook are going off about how big of a champion for women's rights she is, and she's can't do no wrong. As most people I've probably seen on Twitter. Have you guys seen Dr. Random Cam's video? His most recent?
Dude, I haven't watched Random Cam in forever.
It's been a long time for me too, but he put together a really good a really good video this time. I'll see if I can find it.
No, those people on Facebook that you're seeing, they're probably reading like this Teen Vogue shit because an actual collection of different cases that she wrote opinions on, like they got and a lot of them were here of the 8 that they're highlighting. Only one of them was in the 90s, and that was that Olmstead versus LC you were reading about. And everything else is Bush v. Gore onwards into the 2000s. But they have like a Whole Woman's Health versus Hellerstedt in 2016. Tackled the Texas Omnibus Abortion Bill, known widely as HB 2, which imposed strict restrictions and requirements on abortion providers, including a mandate that doctors perform procedures having admitting privileges at nearby hospitals, and that clinics meet the same standards as outpatient surgical centers. The justices struck down the restrictive bill in a 5-3 vote. Ginsburg was one of the 5, and although she didn't write the official majority opinion, that was done by Breyer, she did write her own thoughts in a concurring opinion. Well, okay, so I could probably go and try and find her concurring opinion on the Supreme Court's website for that then, maybe. I mean, we have a case that we can look at her words.
So is that what we're looking for? Is concurring opinion?
I would go just go to the Supreme Court's website and search for what did I say it was? Whole Woman's Health v. Hellerstedt, 2016, and that should bring up I mean, I imagine they probably maybe have a transcript of the oral arguments of the. They'll have the opinions. She wrote a concurring one for the majority. Lawyers. We don't need no stinking lawyers. Figure the shit out on our own, man.
Yeah, except for I can't find it. What's it called?
Whole Woman's Health v. Hellerstedt. HELLERSTEDT.
We found no results.
What?
Whole Woman's Health v. Hellerstedt. Nothing. And that's probably just
I've got 500 plus items of it. I got 72 pages worth of search results on their website.
I got nothing.
Let's see, that's media advisories. I just want the opinions, man. Just give me the opinions.
Yeah, well, oh, hey, Addy, how's it going?
Hey, Sir Adamantine, what's up?
I'm gonna have to call it
Okay.
because
Well, I guess I'll actually try and be prepared for the next one we do.
Yeah.
If we do a next one, I'll start bookmarking and reading some of this stuff.
Okay.
You hear this chat? Johnny's got me doing homework now. Yay!
That I do. I can see where that is the case. But
All right.
but yeah, I'm starting to fade out anyway because I haven't slept in 13 hours. So I'm going to call it now, and then we can reconvene tomorrow if need be.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, chat.
Yep. Thanks, Becca, for the links and everything. Thanks, De La Hayes, for taking my side on Zambuca. Oh, wait, no. You're against me on Zambuca, but with me on Jaeger. Well, there's booze. That's all that matters.
All right. The only time I've ever seen anyone drinking Jaeger or anything of any similarity, it involved copious amounts of Red Bull or Monster Energy drink.
Yeah, Bull Blasters.
And if that's what it takes to make that palatable, fuck you.
Bull Blasters. Gross. Anyway. Yeah, so you guys have a good day. We will catch you on the next one.
Bye, everybody.